You've felt it before, that sudden wave of motivation. You wake up one day and everything feels clear. You're going to change, you're going to fix your life. You're finally going to do what you've been avoiding. You make a plan. You feel focused, disciplined. For a moment, you feel like a different person. And then, a few hours later, or a few days later, it disappears. No warning, no explanation, just gone. And now, you're back. Same goals, same plans. But something's different. You don't feel it anymore. That urgency is gone. That clarity is gone. And the worst part is you remember how real it felt. So now you're stuck wondering, why can't I stay like that? We've been taught something that sounds right, but is completely wrong. That motivation is something you can build and hold on to. Like once you have it, you just need to stay disciplined. But that's not how motivation works. Motivation isn't stable, it's emotional, and emotions don't last. Motivation is not a system, it's a reaction. It shows up when something hits you, a failure, a realization, a moment where you see your life clearly. And in that moment, you feel discomfort, you feel pressure, you feel like you have to change. That's motivation, not inspiration, not discipline, just emotional urgency. That's why it feels powerful. Because it's real. You're not imagining it. In that moment, you are clear. You are focused. You are ready. But here's the problem. That state is not sustainable. Because your brain isn't designed to keep you in that state. That pressure you feel, that urgency, that discomfort, it's exhausting. So your brain does what it always does. It protects you. It pulls you back to neutral, back to comfort. And comfort doesn't feel like failure. It just feels fine. Scrolling feels fine. Delaying feels fine. Doing nothing feels fine. And fine is enough to stop you from changing. You don't need to feel good. You just need to not feel bad. And your brain is very good at that. So when motivation disappears, it's not random. You didn't lose it. You returned to comfort. That's the cycle. Motivation to discomfort to action. Then comfort to avoidance to nothing. And it repeats. But here's where it gets worse. You start depending on motivation. You tell yourself, I'll start when I feel ready again. I just need that feeling back. So you wait and wait and wait, but it doesn't come back the same way. Because motivation was never meant to carry you. It was only meant to start you. That's it. A spark. Not a system, and if you rely on a spark to keep a fire going, it will always die. The people who actually change their lives don't rely on motivation. They rely on something much less exciting. Repetition, small actions done consistently, even when they don't feel like it, especially when they don't feel like it. This is the part most people avoid, because it's not inspiring, it's not emotional, it's boring. It means doing things when you don't feel ready, starting without clarity, continuing without motivation, and that feels wrong. Because we've trained ourselves to follow feelings. If it feels right, we do it. If it doesn't, we stop. But growth doesn't follow that pattern. Growth feels uncomfortable, uncertain. sometimes even pointless, at the beginning. The shift happens when you stop asking, "How do I stay motivated?" and start asking, "What can I do, even without it?" That question changes everything, because now you're not waiting anymore. Think about something small, not a big goal, just one thing, something you've been putting off. Now imagine doing it without motivation. No hype, no energy, no perfect timing, just starting. That's the difference. Because every time you act without motivation, you break the pattern, you stop depending on a feeling, and you start building something real. Not fast, not dramatic, but real. You're not inconsistent, you're not undisciplined, you've just been chasing a feeling that was never meant to stay. Motivation will come and it will go. That's normal. The real question is, what do you do when it's gone? Because that moment is where your life actually changes.